fellow ballerina here, and I have a very exciting next 7 days coming up, so I thought I'd try something new and vlog it all. My week started on a Friday morning with a very last minute gig in Italy. I had been in discussions about this gig for a while but hadn't secured any dates. Then, just 2 days before, I had a phone call as a performer had dropped out due to strikes in their own country, and they asked if I was available, which I was, as I had just had a job cancelled, which I seem to be having a lot of recently actually. So I packed 2 of my costumes into my rucksack as I was only travelling with hand luggage and jumped on a flight. I have just arrived at the venue I'm going to be performing at this weekend, landed into Venice airport, and now I'm in Treviso, and yeah, just got into my room. I'm going to unpack some of my costumes and have a look at the stage. The venue is called Nasty Boys Saloon, and it is a Texas-inspired restaurant and bar. Up there is our dressing room, and we enter the stage by firstly walking down the stairs. This venue was extremely enjoyable to perform at for many reasons, but one of them being that they had a lovely doggy called Tequila. The owner really loved his tequila, and so much so that he called his gorgeous dog after it. This did make me really miss my doggies back at home though. The venue served super yummy American style food, so I made sure to get my dinner in nice and early and then went up to the dressing room to start getting ready. I was performing alongside Yazz, who is a burlesque artist from Prague and had travelled with her boyfriend from Paris. I love seeing other performers' costumes and how they style them. This is what our dressing room looks like mid-show. It's a little bit of a mess, but it's very cute. On the walls in the dressing room, they had pictures of artists that had performed there before and signed and written little messages, so it was really nice to see all of the previous performers and hope that I can get my picture on the wall as well. Before every performance, I try to do as thorough a warm-up that I can in the space provided to make sure I don't get injured when I'm performing. Both of our first acts were quite classical, and we had just under an hour to get changed into our more dominatrix style acts. I'm currently backstage and getting ready to do my second act. The other lovely burlesque girl is currently doing hers, and I'm getting ready to do my little fetish ballerina act. My outfit for this act is all black latex and my black pull-pull. If you have ever worn latex before, you will know that it is not a breathable fabric and was sopping wet when I took mine off after performing. I then stuffed my face with the American cheesecake I had been saving. After dancing on the bar and drinking tequila shots, which I sadly don't have any footage of, we changed into our normal clothes and went down to enjoy the rest of the evening. Someone out there has some great footage of me sat in the splits on the bar, leaning back with a tequila bottle down my throat. The crowd at this event were some of the nicest I think I've ever performed for. We performed after they'd all eaten dinner, so we had their full attention and they were so excited to see us. After just one more drink, it was time to get into bed and pack my stuff as I was flying off back to London the next day. I have just landed back in Gatwick. It's Saturday evening, and I'm now trying to rush through passport so I can get back into central London and get changed, and I'm going to go straight to a friend's party for Chinese New Year. Some of my best friends were at this party, so I had a great time. I had one day to recover and unpack, and then I was off again. I've just got to today's location and doing a live drawing class for the entire day. It was a really early start. I left at about nearly 9 o'clock now and everyone's arriving at 10. It's quite a long drive out of London, about an hour and a half. So I'm now going to do my makeup and my hair and get into my tutu. This session was Degas themed, and they set up the easels in a circle to start with so that I could pose in the middle. There were 8 female artists that attended, and we took lots of breaks to drink tea and eat lots of cake. Some of the poses I did for up to 2 hours with 5-minute breaks every 25 minutes, and with only one numb foot, I think that was pretty successful. I also met a lady who was organising someone's 70th birthday party and was interested in booking us as performers with Bella's Ballerinas, so that was great.
It's Monday and I've just been to an audition for a performance agency. I've got my fans and my costume room, and now I'm heading off to a ballet class, and then I've got a rehearsal this evening. Then I've got to rush back and pack because we're going to Venice to perform for the carnival.
I grabbed some lunch and went to do a ballet class. I try and do a few ballet classes a week and exercise about five days a week. After class, I did a quick cool down and walked over to my rehearsal, which was in Soho. I got to rehearsal about an hour early, which is very unlike me, and was very grateful to put my bags back down as my back was getting pretty sore after carrying them around all day. We weren't sure what to use as a costume for this act, so the director took me shopping around Carnaby Street. And we went to one of my favourite shops, which is Annie's Ibiza. I then rushed home as quickly as I could in rush hour, as I had 2 of my favourite Bella's Ballerinas coming round for dinner and to prep for the weekend in Venice.
It's Thursday and about 5:20 in the morning. It's pitch black and raining, so I have my umbrella. And I'm on the way to Gatwick to get the plane to Venice airport again. 2 weekends in a row, and yes, ready for Venice Carnival. One of my other dancers is going to meet me out there on Saturday, and yeah, I will show you everything that we get to. I've just walked past a gym and there was a class going on and it was completely full, meaning these people got up just before 5 to get to a 5:30 gym class. I don't think I've ever exercised before 6:45 in my life, and I don't intend to. That time is for sleeping.
With all this travelling, I seem to be an expert in packing light now and managed to fit 4 days worth of clothes and 2 costumes all in my backpack. I was in Venice by midday and with some help worked out the transport system and got myself a 3-day travel pass. I have never been to Venice before, so everything was new and exciting. A real display of Italian design, and since to my knowledge, Venice has only ever been bombed once, unlike many European cities which don't have much of their original architecture and street design. It still has all of its ironwork as well, which I found out was installed by the Austrians.
I've just arrived in Venice. My flight and everything went perfectly this morning. Looking a little tired but feeling good, and was going to find my accommodation now and then hopefully go explore and find some lunch.
I was so scared of dropping my phone in the water, as this is so something I would do, but it didn't stop me filming everything I saw, as it was also beautiful. Once I had arrived, I caught up with the event organiser and we rushed off to a meeting in one of the famous cafes overlooking the central square. We met with one of the other performers to discuss what we were going to do at the event. It was amazing seeing everyone in their carnival costumes. Being taken around by a local meant I got to see some of the secret spots, and I got VIP treatment as they seemed to know many people in the city. On my tour, we met up with a local artist and they allowed me to look in their studio. They were working on some LED art and we turned the lights off and it looked really amazing. In our performance, we needed some paint, so that was our next stop. I've just had a wonderful dinner with my hosts and it's nearly 10 o'clock and I've just got changed and put a traditional Venetian coat on. Can't really see it here.
drive my point shoes ready, and we're going to go into the streets and try and find some natural light with the street lamps, and maybe use a bit of flash as well and get some Venetian pictures. I have a tiny bit of foundation on and a bit of a lip balm, but I'm going to have a Venetian mask on, hence why I'm not having a full face of makeup on for the shoot.
For my first experience of Venice, it was really magical shooting at night. We walked around getting inspired by the location, took some images without anything under my cape in a gondola, and then we went to a beautiful hotel where we did some editorial shots. I love how the city is so quiet and safe at night, unlike London. The event will be in a beautiful hotel, and my good friend Marie Savage will be performing Shibari. I have actually been her model at another event in London and been tied for a performance. One of my Bella's ballerinas is arriving to perform with me, but I can't share any of the event here. I will share all that I can from tonight elsewhere, a place where only my supporters can see. I filmed and sound recorded this full vlog on my phone, so let me know what you think of this kind of video and if you think I should do more in this style. This week I've met amazing people and felt very appreciated by them. My career that I have moulded to include such excitement, and I feel so honoured to be surrounded by so many incredible creatives and kind-minded people who really see and appreciate what I am doing. It's so encouraging to keep creating and growing.